One of the things I saw happen this morning is all the lights were on in this little workout room, and these two ladies walked in there and they turned off all the lights. I'm like, what? Morning. It's Wednesday and technically not raining despite how wet it looks because... Huh?
Dripping. The sky is dripping. It's not even raining. It's not drizzling.
I know exactly what it's doing. We have fog that's collecting on branches and it's dripping because we're walking underneath trees. The sky is not doing anything. The clouds are way too high. I watched both newses last night. The clouds are getting in real high. So that's what's going on with that. Also, we are significantly later than usual, but we're gonna be entering into a period of not high temps. Well, we'll be back to normal temperatures-ish, upper 50s, low 60s, with probably nice blue sky throughout the days. We just have to burn it off first. That's why I know the clouds are real high, because they're basically just, we gotta burn these off. Because there's no definition to them, really. I mean, there's a slightly darker patch over there. But when there ain't really much of a definition, it means they're basically just yeah, anyways. Two people agree with me that you should do an instance the way it should be done, even if it is optional.
What do you mean? Like skipping bosses? Not skipping bosses? Or not skipping around?
Not skipping bosses because it's unnecessary to get to the end boss and get their end token. Sort of like people on WoW that want to do the daily, they just want to kill the end boss because that's all that's necessary. Gotcha. And they'll kill as few bosses and do as little trash as possible, and some derp quad, as they call it, pulls trash. And then, I mean, we've had it, you and I are like, let's go pull this boss. The healer's like, well, I just don't have time for this. And they just leave the group, and we're like, all right, this is an easy freaking dungeon because it's the end of the expansion. Let's just keep pulling because I can heal myself. I'm a paladin tank.
Right?
You know, and it's just sort of, but in like Breach, like I told you yesterday, people are diving at the very beginning and just completely bypassing the whole trench area. You know, I'm like, and I got one comment that was like, you know, we do instances or games the way they're meant to be played. We don't skip stuff. And another person, it's like, oh, I just hate Breach. I get so turned around in there. I'm like, I wouldn't hate it because you get turned around in there, but you can definitely dislike. But I know how people these days, hate is akin to dislike.
Yeah. Hate is, I'm mildly, I'm on the downside of liking it.
Yeah. There's not really much, I mean, there is hate in the world, and then there's like, I incredibly dislike this and don't agree with it. I'm just like, right, okay, that's cool. I didn't know what that was, so I didn't want to step on it. We had some incidents like that at the parade where it was like, oh look, here's that is not a rock. That is horse excrement.
Horse hockey.
I would consider hockey something to be hard. This was definitively ridiculously soft. Well, then Stills drove right through a pile. That guy back there just gave me kind of weird thoughts about, I don't want to say weird thoughts about my sister and like that way, but like the fact that she's 4'11" and phones are getting ridiculously big and they look like they're just holding a tablet to their head. Like, I think our phones is like the biggest Kathy could go without making it look ridiculously awkward. And even then it's pushing it.
Plus there's a lot of people now.
I can't put my arm there because someone left a coffee. I don't want. There's no garbage around here. I'm gonna be awkward because people can't throw their coffee away unless there's drugs in there.
Also, there's phablets now, and the phablets keep getting bigger.
Phablets, faux tablets.
Halfway between a phone and a tablet.
Oh, PH,
yeah.
Not F.
They're not fabulous.
You can
tablets.
glitz them to be.
Yeah.
Or something.
Yeah. But like the Note 5, I think it is like half of an iPod or iPad.
I don't know how big an iPad is.
It's like a third of a Surface then.
Like your Surface?
Yeah.
Okay, because your Surface, to me, for a tablet, is gigantic.
It's a 10-inch tablet. Most tablets are about 8 inches.
See, I would think a tablet would be something about half the size of a laptop. Not most the size of a laptop. At least the screen.
Well, the screen's going to be nearly the same size.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. The screen should be smaller, because it's a tablet, not a laptop.
So laptops generally start at around 12 or 13-inch screens.
Oh.
Going up to 15, 16.
Sorry, I wanted to see what the runners were doing, and Aaron got distracted by the fact that I was doing it, rather than, I guess, inches do matter when it comes to certain things.
Size matters.
Yeah. Problem is, like I said, our phones are getting a little too big. Like half of what, like most of what Martin has had in the last 2 years is obscene. Just absolutely obscene.
Quite literally.
He's one of those that's susceptible to, what is it, Apple Flex? iFlex or whatever that was. My phone can bend. And he just shatters it. Glass flies up in his eye. Ow!
For the record, that didn't happen.
No, it didn't, but I can it's one of those things, it's like, I just put 1 and 1 together and literally a 2 flies at me and hits me in the face. I'm marking a 1 on the paper and another 1 on the paper, 2. Oh, shit. Okay. I just have to start thinking about it and the whole thing draws itself.
And the reason it would never happen is because he uses Android.
They've marketed for, ever since then, they marketed that you can bend them just a little bit.
And before that, he had that phone that was slightly curved and designed to flatten. And he demonstrated by putting it face down on the table and flex, flex, flex.
They break it?
Nope.
Oh. And people wonder, they're like, I'd really like to just be given everything in life and catered to. And sometimes I realize and then I think there would be no growth for you. You don't want to grow.
Yeah, but for some people that's good.
Yeah. You hear that too?
I did.
Is that seriously? Whatever. Well, we literally heard that from the other station.
Yeah. It's not actually that far.
It's
a clear, quiet day.
It's a clear, quiet day with fog, which makes sound move a little bit more because there's more crap in the air. And it does function like a little bit of a canyon. I mean, can you guys see how the trees kind of work as a small canyon? That's how I can hear it typically, but not while I'm on the other side of the... I mean, literally, I had a ticket machine blocking me, and it sounded like it came from over there, which is why I went... I thought maybe the thing was dinging behind us for some reason, but whatever.
Alright.